In Kamala Harris's first video that she put out, which is not the only time Kamala Harris has put out, but she talked about J.D. Vance's loyalty and insinuated this idea that he had no loyalty to the country. Take a look and a listen right here.
So Donald Trump has picked his new running mate, J.D. Vance. Trump looked for someone he knew would be a rubber stamp for his extreme agenda, and make no mistake, J.D. Vance will be loyal only to Trump, not to our country. And unlike Mike Pence, Vance said he would have carried out Trump's plan to overturn the 2020 election. He supports a national abortion ban and voted against protecting IVF. And if elected, he will help implement the Extreme Project 2025 plan for a second Trump term.
Also, Trump has distanced himself from Project 2025, said he literally knew nothing about it. It's a 900-page document from the Heritage Foundation, which Trump has had some hand in, but never had anything to do with 2025. That's a whole digression, but we'll let her finish this off just so that you can actually understand, because I've been accused of not necessarily showing the full context. So here's the full context of the full video.
Which would target critical programs like Head Start and Medicare. But we are not going to let that happen.
So once again, if you missed the part where she talked about loyalty, it's right here.
For someone he knew would be a rubber stamp for his extreme agenda, and make no mistake, J.D. Vance will be loyal only to Trump, not to our country. And
will be only loyal to Trump and not to our country. Not so you don't think J.D. Vance would be loyal to our country? The man who literally enlisted into the military to become a Marine in 2003, the minute he graduated high school, because while he was in high school, 9/11 happened. The man who served our country, put his life on the line. And look, I don't want to say that serving in the military automatically means you're loyal to this country, that you have like an unending, but it's much more likely. I would say that somebody who served in this military is more likely to be loyal to this country than I am. More likely. Not necessarily automatically is, but is more likely. Not to mention that I would say the person that served in our military is more loyal to this country, or is more likely to be loyal to this country than Kamala Harris, who stands by Joe Biden's blunder that was his withdrawal from Afghanistan, in which 60 Afghani civilians died and 13 U.S. soldiers died, and they claimed it was a success. Kamala stands behind that. I would claim that he's more loyal to this country than Kamala, who lied to the American people, saying the commander-in-chief, the person who is supposed to emit strength and lead this country, she claimed that he was perfectly healthy when it is abundantly clear that he was not, that he's deteriorating mentally. I would totally believe that J.D. Vance is more loyal to this country than the person who is allowing millions and millions of migrants to pour in to our country, shows no remorse for the illegal immigrants who are murdering people, bringing in drugs, trafficking children, and then also wants to give them amnesty, the right to vote, and provide them with health care. True, she actually helped, if not sponsored, she supported a bill that would give illegal immigrants access to free health care. I believe the person who served as a Marine is more loyal to this country than the person who seems to support non-citizens of this country more than she supports real citizens. And J.D. Vance, in one of his best clips yet, gives a phenomenal response to Kamala's claim right here.
I saw the other day Kamala Harris questioned my loyalty to this country. That's the word she used, loyalty. And it's an interesting word, simplify, loyalty, because there is no greater sign of disloyalty to this country than what Kamala Harris has done at our southern border. And I'd like to ask the Vice President, what has she done to question my loyalty to this country? I served in the United States Marine Corps. I went to Iraq for this country. I built a business for this country. And my running mate took a bullet for this country. So my question to Kamala Harris is, what the hell have you done to question our loyalty to the United States of America? And the answer, my friends, is nothing. So let's send a message to the media. Let's send a message to Kamala Harris. Let's send a message to every hardworking patriot from Minnesota across the country. We are ready to have President Donald J. Trump back, and we're going to work our tails off to make sure it happens. God bless you all. Thank you. And thank you for having me, Minnesota, a great state.
And amazing, and honestly, she gave him the perfect ammunition for pretty much every rally from now on. And I do want to admit, yes, Adam Kinzinger, Tammy Duckworth, people that I don't like politically served this country. One, that doesn't distract from their service. Two, this is why I said being a service member does not automatically mean loyalty to this country. But when Kamala Harris, who was not a service member, claims to have served this country in other ways, definitely served Willie Brown in certain ways, says that J.D. Vance is not going to be loyal to this country and only to Trump. He has a lot more going for him and a lot of reasons, including his military service, and then everything on top of that as well, that show that he is more loyal to this country than Adam Kinzinger, than Tammy Duckworth, and Kamala Harris. But if you still disagree with me, don't forget, you can comment. Let me know in the comments. And also, while you're doing that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, share it with your friends.